Welcome everybody to the world premiere of the film Playboy Eddy. We have the filmmakers here and the actors. Brett Puglisi, he is the director, writer, creator of the film. And we have Natalie Welds, the actress, and the actor for the film, Vincent Prio. Welcome everybody.
Hello.
Brett, can you tell a bit about this movie? Has it's a lot of the movie has a lot of levels. How'd you come up with the idea of it?
So basically, I wanted to do a film that was about sort of like anger management in a way, and recovery, recovery from drugs specifically in this film, and also about family relationships. And I really wanted to show the message that family is more important than drugs, and you can overcome anything with the right people on your side and the right relationships. And yeah, I just really wanted to make something about recovery and love, and love trumping addiction, and just like a really strong family movie that was there's some dark parts about it with the drugs and stuff, but it's a dark comedy. It's also a drama. As the family relationships go, that's pretty dramatic. And yeah, I've always made like short comedies while at Pratt. So this one I used two different genres, and I wanted to go a little bit deeper. So it's a drama comedy. That's kind of where the inspiration started. And then it honestly took off by finding the cast, because the cast that I was fortunate to work with you guys, Vincent, Natalie, Bernardo, who's not here. I want to shout out Tosh Jordan, Eddy Lariano, Cecilia, my brother Luke, Ginny, and tons of people that put their hands in this film. The cinematographer Daniel Chang, Emily Mulholland, the assistant director. Once I found the team, it just took off. Like, especially how I was saying, the cast, they just filled the roles because that was them. Like, they were putting on a character, obviously, for the film, but like they reached into themselves for parts of them that were real, that from their own lives, and they're like, it just, like Vincent's a father. Bernardo and him kind of look a little bit alike. So that's how we actually, I didn't write in that they were brothers in the script until I met the cast. I auditioned Vincent and Bernardo in my class. When I showed the tapes, they were like, these guys look like they're brothers. So then I just wrote it in there, and it made it even stronger to have the family relationship with that. So then it made Bernardo related to Natalie too. And yeah, I just had such a good time with this movie.
Wow. For the actors, for instance, how did you become involved? Did you audition for the role? Let's start with Natalie. How did you do it? What was the audition process, and how was the where you came to the film? How did that happen?
Yeah, I auditioned for the film, and I actually believe it was snowing. It was cold. I remember like walking to the audition, and it was snow on the ground. And yeah, I just auditioned, and it just felt very natural. And I always believe in any audition, just to take a deep breath and just be yourself, but with the character on top of it. And it just felt very. It was just, I connected with her right away.
Right. And Vince, your cast is the your character's name is in the title. How was that audition process for you? How did you come up? How'd you join the cast? Tell us a little bit about that.
I auditioned for the part, and I don't know, Brett, you remember this or not, but you made me come back. I don't know if you were undecided or you switched roles, but you made me come back, and I'm thinking, damn, what's with this guy? He's making me come back, and I know, I know it was God, it was a while ago now, and I'm just trying to remember what time of year it was, but it was.
You had your son with you too.
What that?
You had your son with you for the audition.
Right. Yeah. My son was relaxed, by the way. Yeah, he's awesome. Speaks fluent Russian. He acts awesome. He's a better actor than me, I think. That's for sure. All kids are anyway. But so what I did do is look at Brett's acting ability, because I knew Brett was going to be in there. And there's oftentimes there there's people who are writing and directing, and they want to be in the movie, and the film is just horrible because they can't act. And I love that Brett could act. I said, you know what, it's pretty cool. I'm going to go for this, and we, it just it really clicked. I got to tell you, with Natalie, Bernardo, and Brett just did a phenomenal job. I got to tell you, the set was, Natalie, how many people were on that set? I mean, Brett.
A lot of people to wrangle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. How long was filming? How many days?
So we did, I want to say, yeah, it was 3 days of all the main stuff, maybe a fourth day just to get pickups and like very tiny things, but 3 days with the cast. And we did it, the first 2 days were like Friday and Saturday nights where we had the party scenes, tons of background actors there. And then I scheduled the scenes that didn't require background for the last day on Sunday. So it was more intimate, just the crew with the cast. We had Natalie and Vincent do the outdoor scene then. And then the bedroom scene with Bernardo and Vincent where there's no background. So it was really nice to be able to schedule it over 3 days instead of more than that. But, if I had more time, there's so many different things you could do in a party movie. And I would love to just do a feature with these guys and like expand upon it, dive into the world. But yeah, it took us 3 days. And the first 2 days were packed with background, maybe like 30 party goers at least per day. And we went pretty late at night during the shoots, during the party scenes at least, because we had to wait till it was dark to start shooting.
Wow. For Natalie and Vince, did you guys do a lot of rehearsal, or had you guys had such a good connection on set on the screen? How did you guys? What was your process about rehearsal? Or did you? How many times did you rehearse together? How did you create such a good connection, chemistry?
Do you want to go, Vincent, or I can?
Go ahead, Natalie.
Yeah, we met up a few times for rehearsal, and Brett was there too to guide us with our relationships. And I think just an organic way of acting is like letting something percolate and then for it to grow. And I just really feel like those rehearsals, and especially the last scene with Vincent, with the outdoor scene, just having those intimate moments was really special. And I definitely think the rehearsals helped a lot for us to establish that and improv and find our way.
Yeah. Being it was a short, it seemed I was angry in most of the movie, which, and that's what Brett wanted. So, I stayed angry. But for me, my favorite scenes were when Natalie, Bernardo, Brett, we were inside right after the party when it went a little crazy. In the outside scene with Natalie, they were just far more intimate, and you can act. It's act. You know what? You're being natural. Natalie said it earlier. God, if you're acting, you're not acting, right? So it just
True.
natural. And Natalie's also, by the way, Bernardo, the acting, Natalie's just really easy to work with, and it's easy to act when you have someone that's that good with you. I have to say, and Bernardo as well, and Brett. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. Right.
And for both of you, particularly you, Vince, you had your character set just an arc. You came in very angry, and Natalie was very angry, very kind of mad at her dad, and just all of a sudden you kind of melded, and it was beautiful how you did it in such a short time. Usually it takes a whole feature in order to get the character to go from that point A to point Z, and you guys did it very organically. It was beautiful to watch.
Thank you.
That's Brett.
Yeah, did a good job this tear, man. Vincent had a single tear dropping in one of those shots, and I saw that in the editing, and I was like, that's it. I cut that in there, and I was super happy with it. And yeah, it is a very big like shift that happens in the movie, but I tried to give it enough beats of just like silence in it, so like the audience is just watching, and then the silence kind of creates a little bit of a laughter. And yeah, and the tears helped, and these guys, they just acted their heads off. So, I'm super happy with it.
Which is not, but we didn't kids to acting, which is a beautiful part about doing what you're doing. So, and I have to admit, I'm watching you guys send a screener in, and the audiences already have seen that. Watches, but on the very end of it, I'm watching this on the computer in my house on a Zoom thing, and I kind of teared up on the very end. It's very emotional. You guys really hit the mark there.
Man, that's good to hear. I'm glad you.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Brett.
Oh, I was just saying, I'm really glad you connected with it. And yeah, I think one of my favorite scenes is the last one when it's just you two outside. It's just so like lighthearted and sweet. There's music building up a little bit, and like, you know, just like the cinematography by Daniel, like in that last shot, you know, it's a one shot. There's no cuts, so these guys had to hit all the beats, the marks, the acting, and we actually ADR'd a good portion of that. And that's why it sounds so good too. And these guys, you know, they mashed it up. Like, I don't think anyone could tell that we ADR'd that scene. I mean, I don't know if
wow. No, it looked like it came off the set.
That was really fun though. I actually really enjoyed staring at my lips trying to like time it out correctly, but
cool. That was tough. So you guys had to shoot at night. So like call time was probably late. It was like the time everybody usually show up for work.
Maybe 6 or 7, and then you know, we had to wait a little bit, you know, hurry up and wait for the rest of the background to show up until we started at like 8 or 9ish. And yeah, but I had a big crew. You know, it's the biggest cast I've worked with, but also the biggest crew that I've worked with. So I had a ton of people running around helping me out. Yeah.
Wow.
It was a little easier for me. I commandeered one of the bedrooms. And being that I was coming from Jersey, I said, you know what, I'm staying right here. I got to say something about late at night, and I told Brett this. There was a scene we were doing in the bedroom where a number of people were saying, okay, you got it, it's all good, you have it. And Brett, he just did not, you know, you could see it, he didn't like it, and he stuck with it, and he made everyone just continue until he got his shot. And I have to say, you know, that was really, it was impressive that he did that. You know, it really was that he just stuck to his gut and until he got the scene the way he wanted it. It was awesome.
Good. And the set was, whoever did the set design was magnificent. It looked so many little details.
Funny story about the set. I actually drove my car from Syracuse to Brooklyn with props, full, my entire car full. And I didn't even have all the props yet. I had to drive back to Syracuse the next weekend, get all the rest of the props, the stuffed animals, the toy houses, like just all the things, like the crutches, like the table, I think, you know, tons of stuff, 2 different car loads, 2 different, like, you know, 5-hour trips from Syracuse to Brooklyn just to get all my props here. So my apartment looked like I was a hoarder for like a whole month during Playboy Eddy's shooting.
Look, where are your cats, Brett? You got cats? How many cats do you have?
I don't have cats. I'm actually allergic to cats. Well, I love them. I love cats, but I'm allergic.
I'll say a cat lady usually hoards stuff. So you're like the cat lady who hoards stuff. So yeah, you don't want to do that.
I'm the dog guy who hoards stuff, I guess.
Exactly. I don't want to show you my collection of magazines. I got tons of them. So crazy stuff.
Magazines?
What's that?
Playboy magazines?
I was just gonna say.
I guess I better clarify this. No, George magazine. That's the magazine that John F. Kennedy Jr. founded.
Yeah, sure.
I got the first edition he put out, and then I got the last one they put out after he passed.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's my I guess I better clarify this. People have to say, what kind of magazines does this guy have?
I related to that story so well.
Crazy. And again, I guess the connection between the 2 actors, how you guys worked that was phenomenal. And it's the hardest part because right now, as actors, we're in the Zoom world. We're not able to get together, even do auditions live. Did you guys did it? How many takes did you guys take to do all your scenes? Like that last scene, was it 1 take or how many takes did you do?
I think it was just 2 takes, right?
The outdoor
was it
technical difficulties to figure out.
Yeah, we really only had like 2 or 3 takes of like the full run through, you know, we did like a couple takes in the beginning just to feel it out, and then figure out the marks, because they had to stop at a certain point, speak, and then continue walking to like reach the camera. But yeah, we really just did that in like 2 to 3 takes to get the full performances. And you know, that wasn't even like the full, like, it was all the visual stuff there, but then I realized, you know, if we ADR this, it'll be even better. And like those guys just killed it in the ADR. Like the meaning, the feeling behind the words was really behind the ADR. And like, I mean, it just like, you know, it made that scene like, yeah. But we didn't do that many takes. And when we were in the sound studio, you know, maybe like a few run throughs also, but they had already done the scene, so they pretty much knew it.
Great, great. What do you, what's next up for all three of you? Let us know what you're working on, and if somebody wanted to get a hold of you, what's the best way to make contact?
Well, I'm going to be doing. I just got a pair of overalls. I don't know. Brett's got something for me. It's, hey, can you get a picture? You want to be in a thriller? I go, or a horror rather. Horror. I go, yeah, I'll be in a horror. Yeah, I'll do it. I had so much fun, and I think he's such a pro that I'll do anything with Brett. You know, and so I got my overalls in and a hat. I just can't wait to see I can't wait to see the script.
You had no idea. So you bought the overalls and the hat before you read the script. You trust Brett that much?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm doing it. Yeah. I said, you know, I showed him a quick. I go, you want some nice overalls or you want some nasty? He wants some nasty overalls. I go, okay. I might be killing someone. I think, I don't know. And I'm in a couple of features, you know, independent features, but they're on hold right now as well.
Okay. And if somebody wants to hit you back for comments or work, you have Instagram. What are you on? What's the best way to get a hold of you?
You could just hit me with VincentCaprio7@gmail. You know, my LaGuardia acting school is he's also Josh Nelson. It's awesome teacher. You can get a hold of him. You get me through there as well. And yep, and you know, and that's really the best way to contact me, right through email.
Awesome, beautiful.
I'm on IMDb there as well.
I saw your profile. Of course you are. Natalie, how about you?
Yeah. So I took a turn in the producer world. Unfortunately, because of COVID, it had to be put on hold. But I was the executive producer of. We wanted to celebrate women in the stunt world and strong female characters that are fun to play, that have comedic chops. So it's going to be called Two Fingers of Justice, and it's like 9 to 5 meets Coyote Ugly. And yeah, it's really super like kung fu MMA, but it's on hold because of COVID, but hopefully we're aiming for the summer. So I'll be producing that and working with 2 other fabulous stunt women doing that. And then I'm also hopefully going to be doing, continuing in this pilot that kicked off and has won a bunch of awards, but I don't want to say the name just yet until it's announced. But
sure.
So I have really awesome things to look forward to, especially coming out of this pandemic, all safe and healthy.
Amen. And are you on Instagram, or what's the best way to?
Yeah, I'm at Natty Welds, so Natty Welds, or nataliewelds.com.
Beautiful, beautiful. And Mr. Brett, what about you?
Hey guys, Brett Puglisi. You can find my stuff at my website, bpuglisi.com. So the next thing I'm working on, which also got kind of postponed because of COVID, I'm working on a script for a horror short. And I don't want to give out too many details about it, but you know, it'll also be funny. I'm going to make a really funny horror movie. And I want to do more comedies for sure. You know, some skits and stuff. Looking for auditions to act and stuff. But I have music out right now. I actually just dropped a song with a couple of my friends called Dreams to Reality. You could find it on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, any streaming platform for music. It's Dreams to Reality by Furco, featuring Young Silence and Brett Puglisi. And then my EP is coming out on the 13th. I'm so hyped.
Woo!
6 songs, Apple Music, Spotify. My first project of music is coming out. It's called So Familiar. And it's a love EP. So much love to everybody. You guys will really enjoy it.
Sweet, sweet. You got a lot of stuff happening. And to top it all off, they're in the winter wilds of New York, but Natalie has a new member of the family. Could you do an introduction?
Wait, what did you wait?
Your
repeat
puppy,
that?
you have a new member of the family recently.
Oh, I do. And she
Yeah.
actually was so good. I do. I'll go get her.
She did bark once, but
She barked once, but for being 4 months old, she did really good. Her name is Pearl. She has one eye, so she is like the Black Pearl from Pirates of the Caribbean. But yeah, this is Pearl, and she's doing really well. And hopefully, maybe she'll be in the stunt world one day.
great.
Great name. That was my grandmother's name, Pearl.
Pearl.
Great name.
Awesome. Well, Pearl, welcome to Kapow. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Folks, it's been great. Thank you so much for Kapow. Thanks for premiering your film here. And look to a lot more work from a lot of you in the future. Awesome.
Thank you so much, Dave.
Thank you so
everyone.
much.
Hey, thank you.
Peaceful. Boom. Boom. Awesome.